thank you. It's really great to be here. It's great to be back here in the UK.
In the Air Cadets in 2007, quite a long time ago now, and I got a gliding scholarship which was on a vigilant motorgliding.
I have been back to the island. Well, Karen and I have been back to the island this week. Unfortunately, the weather on Wednesday was absolutely diabolical, so we had to go down by car. But came back yesterday, Saturday morning. I wanted to call in at Wickham Air Park in order to have a quick look at the AERO fair. I knew that Stefan Drury was going to be doing a talk, as was our own plain old Ben. For those people who don't know, Stef is an Australian YouTuber who flies a Cirrus, and both of their contents are absolutely excellent. But I wanted to be able to have a chat with him. We've been following each other and commenting on each other's work for some time. So I filmed a little bit of Stef's stuff, which I'll play in a little while, and just a very small part of Ben's. Now I have promised Ben a trip in this Jodel and the opportunity of flying off of the hill, which he said he's looking forward to doing. I will say congratulations on your job offer, Ben. It was really nice to be able to have some catch-up time with Stef. We were talking about the fact that all of us YouTubers bring something different to the party, and it's really a matter of trying to celebrate what we're doing with our flying and try and encourage as many people as can to fly. I need coffee.
For example, I've known online, I've talked to online, and I've kind of never met before in person. So hello to familiar faces, hello to new faces. Any of you that follow me on YouTube or Instagram or any of the other accounts, thank you. It's really great to be here. It's great to be back here in the UK, which is I did grow up in the UK. I've been in Australia for about 20 years now, which is why I've got this weird hybrid accent. So if I pronounce airport names like Schiphol, I got told off this morning. I put a video up this morning of landing in Amsterdam. No one's telling me how to pronounce it, so I apologise for that. I also forgot how much the English weather sucks in summertime for pilots. God, it's good. Get your instrument rating if you haven't got one already. It's very valuable. But, hey, look, thanks for coming along. Me and my friend, we're just going to do a little talk this morning about YouTube, but I'm not going to focus so much on the technicalities of YouTube. I'm going to talk a little bit today about gear and the equipment that I use, some of my processes, but I want to talk more a little bit about the branding behind YouTube, and also if any of you are looking to create content and put it online and try and grow your own brands as well, I want to talk to you about some of the tips, some of my learnings that I've had over the last couple of years, so how you can maybe improve and grow what you're doing as well. Because this, for me, all comes back to one really important point, which I'm sure the audience here will agree with, which is aviation is freaking awesome. General aviation is marginal at the moment. You know, airfields are closing and things are happening that are maybe stopping us doing what we really want to do. But we've got a real opportunity to change that and to help promote what we're doing in this world. And social media, digital media is a really good way to do that, and that's a big part of my mission. So that's kind of an underlying theme today about what I want to talk about. I am the sort of pilot who flew out of my home airport, went to an airfield that I knew that I was very familiar with and flew back home again. And then I flew from my home airport back to the same place and flew back again. And I found myself getting into this rut of not actually going and doing what I should be doing with the plane, which is like going places and using it to travel and using it to get out and do more. So I said to myself about this time last year that I really want to start spreading my wings literally and figuratively, and actually going further in the plane. And so what I've been doing the last week and a half, I suppose, 2 weeks actually, last 2 weeks, is flying with this guy. I don't know whether any of you have seen the videos yet. This is Philip Holman. He's a Cirrus C-Symphony instructor. He's got a Cirrus SR20 with the hardest to pronounce registration. It's November 55557. We've had 5555, 557, 557, and just a combination of all of that as well to get to this point. But we've been flying around Europe, and I'm just going to play in the background just some of the experiences that we've had flying around Europe. This is just like a 6-minute video that will run in the background, and you can see what we've been up to, just flying around the UK, flying around Europe. We're in Switzerland, Austria. There's some footage of us in Venice, which we were there two days ago, Jersey a day ago. We flew through the Swiss Alps. You'll see the Matterhorn there shortly, will come up in a little while. All just in an SR20 and all just with a private pilot's license, which I'm sure many of you have got, some of you will be studying for, whatever, but we're doing stuff like this, and I never would have done a year ago. Now, this talk is all about YouTube. I'm not going to go on about how cool aviation is, because we all know that. But why YouTube? Well, for me, YouTube was a way that I can share that kind of sentiment, this kind of experience, and this kind of feeling. And so if you are looking at growing on YouTube, if you are looking at starting out on YouTube, remember content and continuously producing quality content, but not perfect content, because you'll never get that, is important. You want to keep publishing. So when I started the YouTube channel, I started with those kind of very dry instructional videos. I decided at some point though that wasn't really me, that doesn't represent me. And if you've watched my videos recently, you'll know that very rarely do I actually show how to fly an RNAV or how to fly an ILS. For me, it's about this. For me, it's about not the how to fly, it's the why to fly. And the reason I'm talking about that is because if you're looking to grow yourself online as well, I believe that it's far better, instead of coming up with a niche and producing content on a niche, which would be aviation in this case, you want to grow a brand, and you want to grow a personal brand. And the brand that you grow on YouTube, on your YouTube channel, is you. The brand is you. And the moment you start publishing videos which are outside of your niche, so if I publish a video, for example, on me sitting in a lounge in an airport, having a glass of champagne, talking about business class, the number of comments I get from people going, oh my God, we don't care, just show us some serious action. All the time it happens, but I don't care. I care a little bit, okay, of course you care a bit, but I generally don't care because the personal brand is important. You need to be reflective and honest of yourself online. Remember, you're not producing a TV show for the BBC. Your YouTube channel is your YouTube channel. It's all about you. So the brand, the you-ness in there, is incredibly important. That for me is the most important part. So I actually start my cameras rolling before I start the engine, and every time therefore I record a flight, I've probably got about 15 minutes of footage that I never use, and that's all the taxiing, it's the run-ups, it's the holding point, and then maybe I'll kind of start the videos when the takeoff roll's happening. I've talked about defining that personal brand rather than defining a niche of aviation. I think as well, be true to that personal brand that you're building as well. So if you like sailboats as well as aviation, your YouTube channel should have some sailboats and general aviation. If you like golf, it should be there as well. If you like travelling, it should be the same thing. You're not going to get as many views on those videos as you'll get on your niche-specific content, but you're going to build a more engaged audience because they're going to follow your actual journey as a person. And they want to see the person who's flying these things as well, trust me. They don't just want to see, there are some times you want a video on how to shoot an ILS into Aviation. I'll Google that and you find it, right? And if that's your channel, those channels are really useful. But if you're looking to do the more experiential stuff and the joy of aviation, you as a person are as important, I believe, as the aircraft you're flying. So don't shy away from those sorts of things. Some people say don't ever rewatch your own content. I don't agree with that. I actually think that you should rewatch your own content, and I've found that watching my own videos, if I get bored during my own videos, which does happen sometimes, I know that other people are probably going to get bored as well. So if you're watching your own content and you think, God, this bit's dragging on a bit, or there's too much snacks in some of these videos, I mean, this is an aviation channel, why are they talking about protein powder? Then you know that other people are probably going to think the same. So do go back and rewatch your old stuff. But if you really want to get serious about making content on YouTube, I want to plan beforehand what that content's going to be about. I generally, when I'm making a video, write down, just in notes on my phone, I write down the title, I write down what I call a hook, which is the first 15 seconds. Because you know what it's like watching YouTube, you watch something for 15 seconds and go, yeah, no, I'm not going to watch that. But the hook is really important, that's what holds people in. And then I write down the content. And if you can start to plan, and don't plan, turbulence, don't plan, I'm going to go to the icing today, I've got to make it for quickly now. I'm going to be sensible, but plan, beautiful coastal flight in France. And we're making a video, which is, I really want to show respect for the D-Day commemorations that happened last week. We flew down the beaches of Normandy. Philippe was giving us some really interesting information on the plane. That's going to become a video on the channel. And I think that'll be interesting and useful for people as well. And I think we need to remember, obviously, I think higher and higher now that we've got this digital media platform to do it on, and we'll all benefit from that. Thank you very much. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
We'll touch a little bit on just how to edit and what sort of software that you can use depending on your computer at home, maybe like a Mac or PC. First, if you don't know who I am, I'll talk a little bit about Ben very quickly. So I learned to fly in the Air Cadets in 2007, quite a long time ago now, and I got a gliding scholarship, which is on a vigilant motor glider. So it's a great aircraft to fly, and it's about 9 or 10 hours working up to solo. After that, I set myself a challenge of trying to go solo again in my 16th birthday year. So I was first solo on my 16th birthday, and then I got a job as a waiter, working sort of 3-4 nights a week to pay for my flight training. So I've got 2 years off work because 18 and I'll sit, watch YouTube. So I watch people flying around the interface, and where they're going, and watch this landing. Why was it a bit hard? Why was it a center line? Which is, pretty much how it was. And it really helped me. So I decided to make
As a horse rider, Karen saw this as helicopter gymkhana games. Next week it's back into the Jodelle for a flight to Prairie Farm with Nayland's new pilot, Gary.